I'm a Christian. I believe in God, and albeit I am not a perfect man, I'm not a perfect Christian, but I do believe that everything happens for a reason and that there's a purpose behind it. And you know what? With big money comes the idea that things come easily, okay? That you can just buy it. I don't have that. I don't have the ability to just buy, okay? I don't have it. I have to work hard. I have to, fight and claw and scratch for every inch, every piece of media that I get, every newspaper interview, every radio, every television. Television came out to Champaign yesterday, and that is courtesy of the other people that aren't on here tonight, the people out there that want change. You guys are calling radio stations. You're doing letters to the editor, and you're writing your local papers. You're emailing these radio stations and saying, hey, can you get Kash on? We want to hear more from that guy. We like what he says. We want to hear more from him. I'm not paying for all of this. It's work. It's effort on your part. And I've said this from the beginning, that to bring change, that I cannot do it. I'm no just knight in shining armor riding in on a proverbial horse and saving the world. I'm not it. I'm just a dad that wants to fight, that wants to defend the Constitution, that wants what's best for my children and future generations. And we should all want that. We should all be so invigorated that we love our children and we want better for them and our families, that we will get up there and fight despite the odds. We're fighting the odds. They have believed that we can't do it. I have been told every single day, every day somebody tells me, Kash, you will not succeed. You will not break 2%. You won't break whatever. I don't listen to the naysayers. I take that back. I do. I listen to them very clearly, and what I hear is their pessimistic, self-defeating, loathing attitude that they can't succeed, not me. Their statements are a reflection of their inabilities and their lack of motivation, not mine. I am committed, and I'm going to fight harder than any other governor candidate. I have got an extremely aggressive campaign schedule, and I'm not going to be on a luxury campaign bus. I'm not going to be flying around on helicopters or airplanes and with private escorts. Kash damn Jackson drives his ass across this state, up and down, back and forth, sideways. I go into the inner cities of Chicago by myself, down into the urban areas where these men will not go. And I don't know if you can even call some of them men, because if you won't get out there and interact with the public in even the most difficult, crime-ridden areas with the highest murder rates, if you won't go there, you do not deserve to be in that office, because you lack the testicular fortitude to stand up and fight for the people. You can't do it the way that I can do it, because I come from that background. I know what it is to struggle. I know what it is to suffer. I know what it is to look at a stack of bills that you can't pay. I've got them. I've got them. And most of it has to do with the fact that government intruded in my life, intruded upon mine and my family's rights, and slapped unreasonable financial burdens upon me. Not me. The government did it to us. And this is why we need to roll back government. We need to hold them accountable. And I guarantee you, okay, Kash Jackson, it sounds weird speaking in the third person, but I'm coming in like a steamroller. I'm bringing in a sledgehammer, and I'm going to start beating doors down to these legislators' offices that refuse to open their doors, that will not be accessible to the public, and they allow their staff members to field phone calls and send out generic emails. That stuff's going to end. You will be accessible to the people. You will make yourself accessible. And if you're coming to the legislator's office, you send Kash Jackson a message that says, Kash, I'm trying over and over and over, and my legislator will not respond to me. You send me a message, and I will come to your town. I will go to your legislator's office, and we'll do a live stream off my governor page right there, and we'll get them to answer those questions on a live feed. They won't do it there. Guess where I'm going to go? I'm going to march my ass right down onto the House or the Senate floor while they're doing it, and they're going to answer to the people. because that's what's not happening. It's what's not been happening for decades. They've been answering to special interest groups, to lobbyists, to political action committees, and they are not answering to the people. And by God, it's time that ended, and it ended now. And you have spoken with $3,000. If you can do more than that, do it, please. I know times are tough. I know that. I know I'm asking you to take money away from your children. I know that, and I hate that. I hate that about politics. I don't like it, and I want campaign finance reform instituted, and I want it instituted in our lifetime. I want it done. We're going to get it done, and you can do it. Send them a message that you will not vote for them because of their bankroll. You will vote for somebody based upon their principles and their work ethic and their authenticity, and they're willing to get the job done. I don't have all the answers. The communities do. They have the answers, not legislators. They don't have them. When people ask me, Kash, what are you going to do to solve this? I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have all the answers. I think I've got some great ideas about how to fix things. I think that I have some principled solutions that would bring about some amazing change to this state and set examples for the rest of the nation. But I might not have the right idea. I believe the communities have the right ideas because they are the ones living these problems every single day. They have solutions. They have creative, outside the box thinking to shrink our government, to rein in state spending. And I want to go to those communities and hear them out. The people deserve to be heard. They deserve to be heard now. It is not, the time has passed. It is right now people should be hearing. We should hear from the people in these communities, and that's where I'm going. That's what we're going to get. And I saw the comment here. Somebody said, I hope you're going to call out the anti-Second Amendment politicians. You damn right I'm going to. I'm going to call out Bruce Rauner for signing more legislation that encroaches upon the Second Amendment. Let me say this. They've already been doing that. He signed that piece of legislation regarding orders of protection where a judge can issue this if a police officer or a family member says that this individual is a threat, an imminent threat, and they can issue a warrant and they can seize their guns immediately. Immediately, they can do this. That's an expansion of what they've already been doing. They've already been doing this. People just weren't aware. It happened to me. I can tell you, for holding a sign and exercising my freedom of speech, a judge in the Lake County Court put an order of protection on me. And when they do that, you immediately surrender your FOID card and all rights to keep and bear arms. They just destroyed the Second Amendment. I'm here to tell you, they have far exceeded that, and it's time we rolled that back. I want to see constitutional carry. I want to see people, if you have a FOID card, we should take that FOID card and it should be turned into a concealed carry license. You should be able to have suppressors because the mainstream media and the left have totally spun out what it is. It's not a silencer, okay? It is not a silencer. Audibly, it is a health concern. It reduces damage and helps to eliminate damage to people who actively shoot. It's not like the movies. It's not a whisper where you can't hear it. You can still hear firearms being shot with a suppressor on it. It doesn't eliminate noise. It doesn't even eliminate it to a point to where it can't audibly be heard from a decent distance. You can still hear it. It's time that common sense legislation was passed that is reflective of what our founding fathers intended. And it is time that we put people in office that are going to do the work necessary to roll back these unconstitutional pieces of legislation, to get rid of them, to build a political team that will attack these and that will absolutely dismantle what these legislators have been doing for decades. No more ultra-right conservative, no more far left. I'm not faulting anybody for having that type of belief system. If you have a far left ideology, I want you to have that. If you're ultra conservative and you're just the most pro-life, you're the most traditional marriage, the most pro-Second Amendment conservative person, I want you to live out those principles. What I don't want you to do is to go to your legislators and pass legislation forcing your moral belief system on the rest of society, because we all don't believe the same way. We are uniquely and beautifully and unequivocally made different for a reason. For a reason. The Second Amendment exists to protect our natural rights to be different. We're different. We need to embrace that. Not pass legislation forcing everybody else to believe what we believe. We can live in peace and in harmony among one another. We're doing that. But help me to get into the position so that more people hear that kind of message. I'm going to be all over Chicago. I am going to be touring all over the state. I am going to make sure that I have hit, before November, I will have hit all 102 counties. Every one. And I will personally drive to all 102 counties myself. Not having an entourage, not having a big fancy tour bus, not stopping along the way for a fundraiser where you have to pay $500 or $1,000 a plate to meet me. I will meet you at McDonald's and have a double cheeseburger and a hot fudge sundae, double fudge, no nuts, please. And we'll sit outside McDonald's and we'll talk about the issues that you and your family are facing. These are the types of representatives we need serving our people. I'm coming to all 102 counties. I've already hit about 30. They're telling me I got to wrap it up. Let me say this. We're going to make history. We've already made history.